And we are live and direct here in the WYEP Community Broadcast Center, and we are live with G Love, who is here to perform tonight. He's playing over at Stage AE, OAR, and also Dispatch. He's touring out on tour with, and we're going to talk about the new album, Philadelphia, Mississippi. G Love, welcome back to Pittsburgh.
Hey, thanks, Kyle, and thanks for having me. It's a beautiful day here in Pittsburgh, and just thrilled to be back.
Yeah, we're really happy to have you here, and we'll talk about the album. Why don't you open us up with a song, and then we'll talk about Philadelphia, Mississippi, the new record.
All right, man. Here's this one to get me going and get everybody going. We're going to have a party tonight, man. So this one's called the Soul Barbecue. Y'all ready? Let's go. Into my house, have yourself a seat. Tell me what you're drinking, I'ma fix you something to eat. And what I'm serving up, you won't need a spoon. You need to clap your hand and stomp your feet and dance around this room, yeah. Well, don't you feel better? Cool, I knew you would. Come on into my house. It's alright, it's all good. It's a bebop and bebop, bebop and la. Don't need no invitation, you just drop on by. It's time to get up and throw down a funky stew. It's a low down, hold down, soul barbecue. It's a soul barbecue, a soul barbecue. It's a low down, hold down, soul. Charlie brought the chicken, the White brought the wine, G Love brought the reefer and the moonshine, Karina brought the cobbler, Granny brought the greens, Betty brought the brisket, and Bonnie brought the beans. Is anybody hungry? You better get a plate. It don't take long, it gon' be long gone. Now baby, don't you hesitate. Hey now, well, don't you feel better? I knew you would. Come on into my house, everything tastes good. It's a bebop and bebop, bebop and la. You don't need no invitation, you just drop on by. Try to get up and throw down a funky stew. It's a low down, hold down, soul barbecue. It's a soul barbecue, a soul barbecue. It's a low down, hold down, soul. It's a feel good, real good jam all night. Hooting and hollering in the moonlight. But if you can't hold your liquor or you feeling bad, we gon' send your butt home in a taxi cab. And we gon' keep it going, don't you worry about that. Call all the kittens and call all the cats. Where's that? You know by the end of the road. All night long, that's the way we flow. Come on now. Don't you feel better? Woo! I knew you would. Come on into my house. It's alright, it's all good. It's a bebop and bebop, a bebop and la. Don't need no invitation, you just drop on by. It's time to get up and throw down a funky stew. It's a low down, hold down, soul barbecue. It's a soul barbecue, a soul barbecue. A low down, hold down, soul barbecue.
Well, that one got us started. G Love is here live and direct in the WYEP studios. He's playing tonight. That's Soul Barbecue, of course, but he's playing tonight over at Stage AE. And, 2020, you got nominated for a Grammy for The Juice.
Yeah, I was in my parents' backyard in Florida. We were just talking, Kyle and I, off there about some of our extracurricular activities during the pandemic. We were playing house parties coast to coast. Social distance stuff, but now I was in my parents' backyard in Sanibel, Florida. And my wife was cutting my hair because me, like everybody else, would not go to a barbershop. My wife was cutting my hair. My manager texts me. He goes, "I think you got a Grammy nomination." I go, "No, you mean I'm eligible to get a Grammy nomination?" He goes, "No, I think you got one. Hold on." And then my phone started blowing up, and I was like, "Oh my God!" It was like the greatest day of my life, man.
Well, that's great. And it was in contemporary blues as well,
yeah.
Which has kind of been your thing since the beginning with hip-hop and blues and connecting them. since that first album. I remember Blues Music, that track, and hearing that record for the very first time back in 1993, I do believe. And it's kind of come full circle. You worked with Keb Mo, who's quite the songwriter and producer. And what was that experience like on that album, The Juice?
Yeah, working with Keb, and actually, so the song that I just started with, Kyle, was Soul BQ, and that's a song that Keb and I wrote, and we wrote the whole record from the ground up, and it was kind of like a 2 or 3 year process of me going down to Franklin, Tennessee, where Keb and his wife Robbie live, and they have a studio there, and yeah, he's super meticulous guy, man, like. And I'm not. So it was such a great mix, just a collaboration, because, when I think back to the time with Keb, working with him, it was like a master class in music, in studio production, in songwriting, in music history, the history of the blues, and just life. And I learned so much from him. And, that being said, when you look at those songs and that record, every note played and performed by anybody that walked in that studio was going, and every lyric conceived was all going over with a fine-tooth comb by Keb Mo, and nothing would get by him. So I had a joke: you could have Jimi Hendrix in the studio, and Keb would say, "Okay, Jimmy, let's try Purple Haze. Here we go." And Jimi Hendrix would go, "Excuse me," and then Keb would go, "Hold on, Jimmy, not like this." Like this, try this like this, Jimmy. Excuse me. All right, let me try. Excuse me while I kiss. But yeah, no one could. Robert Randolph came in. He couldn't get one through. Roosevelt Coy. Everybody had to go through the Keb Mo litmus test, I think. But he's the result spoke for itself, and I learned so much.
He's also like that performing as well. I've seen him quite a few times, haven't for quite a while, but he's meticulous and real smart about his movements and how he delivers things as well.
Yeah,
it really came through. Well, congratulations on that. And we move forward, I guess, to Philadelphia, Mississippi, and you're working with Luther. From the North Mississippi All-Stars, Luther Dickinson on this new record, and a lot of other folks.
Yeah.
But it kind of comes full circle because you worked with his father, Jim, on Coast to Coast Motel.
Yes.
And so had this been in the works for a while?
I guess it's been in the works since 1995. But yeah, I mean, just to your point, so Jim Dickinson, may he rest in peace, he produced the second G Love and Special Sauce record, Coast to Coast Motel, in New Orleans. Although we met him in Memphis in 1994. Close to where they live in Coldwater, Mississippi. And so that's when I met the Dickinson brothers, Luther and Cody, a.k.a. the North Mississippi All-Stars. And so we've all kind of come up and grown up together because, I was 20 and Luther was 20 and Cody was 17 or 18. So this has been something that we've talked about for years, working together. And Kyle and I swore we weren't going to talk about the pandemic, but that was another thing. Like I said earlier, we were doing these backyard parties and soul barbecues, and the money that we got a gig in Jackson, Mississippi. So I said, "Oh my God!" I had this idea to follow up the Juice album with another, especially after getting the accolade of the Grammy nomination in Contemporary Blues Album of the Year. It's a perfect lane for me. Because it's basically like I'm rooted in the blues, and because it's contemporary, I can push it in the direction that I want to go with it. So it's a perfect lane for me finally after all these years. So I'm from Philly, as everybody knows, and there's a city in Mississippi called Philadelphia, Mississippi. So I originally wanted to record in Philadelphia, Mississippi, but the gist of it was like, let's take our hip-hop blues down to where blues came from, and the root of the blues is Mississippi. So it was a pilgrimage to go down there and immerse ourselves in the culture, to get to perform and collaborate with the emerging and established blues men and women. And because Luther is such a community, leader in the musical community down there, and because everybody was off the road, including him, due to the pandemic, we were able to tap into this amazing community. So people like old-timer R.L. Boyce came through, Cam Kimbrough, who's Junior Kimbrough's grandson, came through, Sade Thomas, who's Othar Turner, the fife master, his granddaughter, Alvin Youngblood Hart, another OK album mate of mine from back in the day. And then guys like Kingfish, John Tavius Willis, Trenton Ayers from Cedric Burnside Project. And then we brought it back up north and put some MCs on it, like Schoolie D from Philly, Freddie Fox from New York, and my biggest inspiration all-time speech from Arrested Development. So
that's
unbelievable.
I wondered where. It's really amazing. All the folks you've worked with, but you've worked with collaborated with a lot of people in the past. But because of them being off the road, it was a little easier to put things together at the time. So, do you want to do one of the songs from it, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the album? And I've got some questions for sure as well.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, you want to do "Laughing in the Sunshine"?
Yeah, I was going to do "Laughing in the Sunshine." So this is the first single. So you might have heard it here on the radio. Taking my time, laughing in the sunshine. Taking my time, laughing in the sunshine. Sunburn in the pack, sunshine on my back. I got some friends now, they know where it's at. Yeah, the music's playing, pushing no delay. I got to move, can't stop the what I say. Walk on by, talk on by, laughing in the sunshine. Walk on by, talk on by, laughing in the sunshine. Living, loving, laughing people, talking about the way we treat you. When it's time, I need to find someone here I can rely on. Someone here I can rely on. Living, loving, laughing people. Living, loving, laughing people. Living, loving, laughing people. Living, loving, laughing people. Walk on by, talk on by, laughing in the sunshine. Let's go. Walk on by, talk on by, laughing in the sunshine. Walk on by, talk on by, laughing in the sunshine. Oh yeah, you my sunshine laughing, you my sunshine laughing, you my sunshine laughing, you my sunshine laughing, 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 laughing.
G-Love is here, live and direct. That was Laughing in the Sunshine from his latest Philadelphia, Mississippi. He's got another one set for you here as well. As we move through this live and direct session with G-Love, great to have him back in town. He's over at Stage AE, performing tonight with OAR and Dispatch.
All right, I'm going to take, so that was Philadelphia, Mississippi. I'm sorry, that was Laughing in the Sunshine from my new album, Philadelphia, Mississippi. And we're going to throw it back real quick to the title track from the Juice record. So this song is called The Juice. Here we go. Got the juice. Oh, got the real juice. Yeah. Tell me what you want, baby. We got the juice. Got the juice? That's right, baby. Now check this out. Check this out, Pittsburgh. I'm coming live at you live with G-Love in the house, baby. Look here. No more lies about this, no more lies about that. No more ace up your sleeve, but just lay your card flat. See, as peeps had that, bro. When the struggle is tough. Bad news on the news every day. It's enough. It's enough to make good people turn around and leave. How about we sparking and streaking with free rays up fish in the air? Cause we do care. You say you cares? We do. Oh. We got the juice. We got the love. We got the dream. We won't give up. We are the change. We had enough. We got the juice. Time's up. Divided you fall, united we rise. It's been hard to see through all these tears in our eyes. So why do we cry? Teardrops stay stained. Like Cat Stevens, we ride the peace train. No, let us be real. You must be insane in your brain, something's wrong. Now you can't remain. We need positive change. We will not regress. Power to the peaceful. We must progress. We got the juice. We got the love. We got the dreams. We won't give up. We are the change. We had enough. We got the juice. Time's up. Now let's get loose, baby. Let's get lifted, yeah. Something's going on now, and you sure don't wanna miss it. Hey, you can feel it in the street, from your toes to your feet, and from sea to shining sea. Hit it with that boost power, G. Let's go, Pittsburgh. Oh yeah. Play that blues. Oh yeah. This is a letter and also a song. And if something ain't right, then it must be dead wrong. For the birds and the bees and the herbs and the trees and every single person's sanity. Cause humanity is all of us, see? All colors and all kinds. You see, we want world peace and just a little peace of mind. Cause see, we don't need no more wars and we don't need no more guns. And women deserve the basic, fundamental right to choose. Without that, we all lose. So look, we here for a whole lot of fun. But let's make this world a better place for our daughters and our sons. So let's go. Are y'all ready, Pittsburgh? We got the juice. We got the love. We got the dream. We won't give up. We are the change. We had enough. We got the juice. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up.
G-Love is here, live and direct at WYP, and time is up. That is the juice from that the Grammy-nominated record from a couple of years ago. And Laughing in the Sunshine was from Philadelphia, Mississippi. Now, you talked about working with Keb Mo and him being really meticulous about lyrics and songwritings and stuff. And what was the concept or idea starting out the process of writing songs for the music for this new release? Was it a little bit more loose? Working with
Yeah, so this was a really interesting record, and it was a big kind of juxtaposition for the creative and record-making process from my last record. So with Philadelphia, Mississippi, when we had the opportunity to go down to Coldwater, Mississippi to record with Luther, we jumped on it. And we had Chuck Treese, my musical partner, and I, we did a couple of writing sessions. And during those, we had kind of written songs like Laughing in the Sunshine, the one I just played, and kind of got some ideas going for songs like My Ball and Mississippi. Love from Philly, the song I'm going to play next, that was a song that I was tapped to make a theme song for a festival, again, during the pandemic, which was to support, Philadelphia area artists, and it was the Love from Philly Fest. And so I I wrote that chorus for that festival, and I said, well, that's pretty good. So I made a whole song with that. And then we knew we were going to have a collaborative record. So like what we would say is whoever was coming in, whether it was Kingfish or Alvin Youngblood Hart, say like whoever's coming in that day, have like a hook or a guitar riff or a whole song or a verse or whatever, or just be ready. And it's such an amazing thing when you put talented people into the studio together and just have like just it's kind of like you're jumping off a cliff, you know, and you're hoping that you don't fall, that you fly, right? And it's a beautiful thing to watch people kind of step into that zone of, you know, making themselves vulnerable, and that's how a lot of wonderful creative, you know, just exploration happens and success. So it was everybody stepped up, and so a lot of the writing was done on the spot, and you can hear the spontaneity in a lot of the music.
That's really interesting, because you can hear that there's a lot of spontaneous things going on. It's kind of in the moment and of right now, but it also sounds time tested. And I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But it sounds like it's one of those classics that won't just kind of go away. It's there for the ages. Kind of like a lot of your music, and your debut album as well, you know, stands the test of time and shows the you know, I guess the from traditional music and kind of makes the connection between hip hop and blues. And you seem to be making a lot of connections in a lot of different genres on this new record.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate that sentiment, Kyle. Like that's I feel the same thing when I listen to the record. Even though a lot of the songs were so spontaneous, like there's some great songs and the performances are just wonderful. So, you know, getting to work and getting to like, we're standing about 10 feet apart from each other and getting to watch, you know, Kingfish wail out a solo and, or see Schoolie D, you know, bust a freestyle rhyme in the studio over the track. I mean, I'll never forget that this record is so dear to me. So it's really, and I think that, like, just your comment about standing the test of time, even though it has spontaneity to it, it just comes from all the players. Everybody that's on that album is such a tremendous musician, so everything they play is going to be gold, and it's, you know, all quality music.
When you were recording this in Mississippi, were you able to like soak up the culture, the music culture around where you were at the time?
Yeah, for sure. Especially like this one night in the studio, and I don't think a lot of people outside the blues world maybe are hip to this guy R.L. Boyce, but he's having a little bit of a moment right now. But he's a true kind of hill country, you know, one of the kind of the surviving, you know, earlier generation players, and he came by the studio, and we cut like a whole record of just R.L. with me playing a harmonica behind him, because he just did his whole set. But that night was, to me, a night that I kind of been, you know, looking forward to as a aspiring, you know, student of the blues my whole life, to get to sit in a room, and it was everything you could imagine, man. We drank a bottle of whiskey, and we literally played blues till like 2 a.m, and it was just unbelievable. I'll never forget it. So just to be able to immerse the vibes and to be able to share time and food and music and laughter with these musicians was unbelievable.
Well, it's pretty amazing to be able to meld folk and Delta blues and Philadelphia blues and hip hop and a little funk all into one record, but it really works. And I know that you've got to set up and do some sound checking and enjoy your afternoon a little bit, but I would love for you to send a little love from Philly our way. Before you head on up the door. G-Love is here. He's playing over at Stage AE tonight with Dispatch and OAR, and it's a live and direct session here on WYEP with G-Love.
It's live and direct. That's how you can hear. I'm just freshening up my tuning. As musicians say, tuning the guitar is kind of like putting your seatbelt on. You tune because you care. But thank you so much for having me, and a big shout out to all the listeners out there. And it's been such a wonderful relationship between G-Love and Special Sauce in Pittsburgh since the very beginning. Just real quick, I'll never forget the first time we played the Horde Tour back in 1995, and we were playing here in Pittsburgh. I'll never forget the generator died. We were playing our single Blues Music. So all of a sudden, the PA shut down, and you heard the crowd go, oh. But then it went, oh, because we never stopped playing. We were all acoustic. So then the crowd went crazy, and everybody pushed up, and we played it set acoustic until the PA came back on. So that was when our love affair with Pittsburgh started. So happy to be back tonight. Here's a little love from the 215, baby. Let's go. Electricity is flowing through me like the kite to the key. The money in cryptocurrency. Now my feet is connected to the street. No matter where I roam, the sound of Philly is alive in my bones, in my blood. It's a family thing. So max and relax to the song that we sing. 76 is a Philly thing. It's a real thing. It's a feel thing. It's nitty gritty. Hot sauce in the city. Yo, parking lot hustlers. South Street Sharksters. Yeah, but tonight we in Pittsburgh, man. The land of the three rivers. Let's go, baby. Love from Philly, love from Philly, love, huh? Love, love, love from Philly, love. Yo, I got a number love for you. Get illy, get illy. Get illy, get Philly. Get illy, get illy. Get illy, get Philly. Like a, now bust. Trees down the road on ya, no clothes on ya. Put the pedal to the metal, greens burn point. I gotta get going, 9 hours something. Trip my K, bust some teak, put the shrooms on it. Yo, I got a new blues on it. I put a new fuse on it. G-Love in the house, news on it. Yo, we got a groove on it, Yo, love from Philly, love. Love from Philly, love. Yo, I got number love for you. Now break it down, baby. You know how we do it. Oh, yeah. Now, what? Yo, Philly Fanatical Folk Fest, tripping daisies with the fun guys, clutch moves. Since old times, they keep getting better. Don't call a cheese whiz when you stack your cheddar. Now don't ask about Geno's or Pats. I say you're from Philly, when Cherry Hill's where you hang your hat. Well, ain't nothing wrong with Jersey, ain't nothing wrong when you're sporting that Iverson number 3 jersey. Get along, or even better, Nick Foles, bust a Philly, and bring that thing back home. Don't be greedy, spread this chili love all around the world. Oh, cause of Philadelphia freedom, ring the bell you heard. Love from Philly, love. Love from Philly, love. Yo, I got a number love for you. Yo, thanks so much, Pittsburgh. It's your boy G-Love, man. Much love every time.
Everybody's got to be feeling good after that set. G-Love, thank you for bringing your magic and your passion for music together here at the Live and Direct studios. And I sure hope that, I don't know if there's any plans. I know you got another month or so on the road with OER and Dispatch out touring. Not sure if there's a plan for to tour behind the album or not, but hope to see you here either back with the Special Sauce or with some other kind of incarnation in the future.
Absolutely, yeah. We for sure will be out working Philadelphia, Mississippi. So the record just came out. It's available on all platforms. If you guys are into the news situation, it's also available with an NFT as an NFT. You can find more about what I'm doing on Twitter at GLove, on Instagram at PhillyGLove, GLove and Special Sauce on Facebook, and Philadelphonic.com. For sure, we'll be coming through on the winter tour like we always do. And thank you guys so much for your support.
All right. Thank you, G-Love. It's great to catch up with you. And thanks for for entertaining us here during the midday with some great songs.
Thank you.
All right. G Love and Special Sauce. G Love here on WYP, the new album, Philadelphia, Mississippi. We've got some more music now during the midday.